Welcome to This Week with Old Sarge. This week, going back to 1990s. First day of the State Police Academy. There at Old Dark 30, son hadn't even thought about coming up for hours yet. And I'm thinking one thing. I'm hoping at least this time. There's one time that I'm in this type of training environment after all of these type of training environments I've been in the past. I don't have to speak until at least lunch, maybe even early afternoon. I would like to set a personal best. Stretch that out a little bit, be a little anonymous. So, a bunch of academy instructors come out the old parking lot that's rapidly filling with cars from all the recruits that are invited to the academy, yelling and screaming at them, get your gear, fall into formation, get everybody told off what doggone World War II building you're going to be living in. Stow your gear like you were told. Get out here to formation and get ready to head over to the auditorium. March over the auditorium. They got us all set up alphabetically there. Big long tables, one after another, aisle in the middle. File down, fill her in. Everybody's got a paper name tag in front of them because we're facing this big old raised stage. So I am looking right at the base of the stage, locked in, like you're supposed to be, staring straight ahead. Now them name tags there so the instructor up there on the stage can look out, see everybody's name. If you screw up, it's got your name. So big old instructor comes in looking good. Woo, looking all shiny, just like he should. Giving the old welcoming speech. Then he starts digging a little bit on a couple people in the audience, seeing how tough they are, see if they can give some good responses, because this is a stress academy. You're going to be stressed all the time. They sense any weakness, they're going to be all over you. Woo! He's going and picking and picking and picking and picking, and then finally walks up in front of me and looks at me because I can kind of see him through the top of my eyeballs, even though I'm looking straight ahead. Isn't that right? And I'm like, fuck. I'm going to act like I don't know he's talking to me. And I'm going to keep looking straight ahead. Doesn't work. Calls me out by name. Isn't that right? Pop up. Yes, sir. Like somebody took that doggone record needle and just drug it right across that long playing album. Yeek. And then I hear the doggone phrase, almost word for word, that I've heard many times in my life. If you don't learn how to speak English, you're never going to graduate this academy. Well, if I had a nickel for every time I heard that, I'd have a whole shitload of nickels from Drill Sergeant Deemer, Ortiz, and Lee from doggone military. Of course, a lot of places I've been in the military. Now I'm going to have some from here, it looks like. Woo! No matter where I've lived around this country, I walk into a crowded room and then the first time I have to talk, everybody seems to stop talking, turn and look. What the hell was that? It's the way I talk. Can't help it. It's the way it is. So this fellow, he tells me to set my ass down. Boom. Back down, locked in, no problem. He goes through some more spiel and kicks us all out of there. Go form back up and ranks. Get back into barracks, put on your duty uniform. Of course, me and that front row of guys get yelled at. Instructor comes, sticks his head there in that World War II barracks. You idiots! Get over to police science and pick up the colors. Post them in the stand up on the auditorium stage. Yes, sir. Here we go running. Running like your ass is on fire and your head's catching down the police science. Go down a long hall. Pop, 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 pop. It's easy to find police science because there's a sign on the door that says, you guessed it, police science. So we're standing at attention across that little hall from the door, because they already have somebody in police science that's getting shark attacked by at least 3 instructors. Man, we ain't 4 or 5 hours in this academy and somebody's already getting there. Their beehole enlarged from normal size to drive a Mack truck through it. Ooh, not a good start. They're going off on this fella, all three of them at once. He's trying to answer all three at once, and it ain't working. They tell him to get the hell out. March him right out through the door. Get the hell out! The instructor sees all of us standing there. He's like, you idiots are on car wash detail. Slams door. Kind of looking at each other a little bit like, what the hell's car wash detail? So, nobody knows. I'm like, all right, well, buddy, you're at the front of the line. You go over there and beat on that door like you're supposed to. Announce yourself. Then you got to hit that line. Got to toe that line inside. Got to run in there, pop to the position of attention, right with your toes on that line. Don't miss it. You got to start over again. Boom, boom, boom. He goes in there, gets his permission. Goes run in there. You miss a line, idiot. Get the hell out. And he comes back out. And boom, 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 boom. Recruit so-and-so. Get in there, idiot. And he goes in there. What do you want? It's told by instructor so-and-so to grab the colors, take it back over to the auditorium, and post them in the holder. They're right there, idiot. Get them. So he grabs all the cased colors. He picks them up. He goes marching out the door with them there. Gets out in the hallway, hand them all out. Man, we're gone. Get down the auditorium, uncase the colors like you're supposed to. Pop, 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 pop. Put them all in there like you're supposed to. Everything's going pretty good. I ain't heard no more about this car wash detail thing. So I figured since first day of the academy, they didn't mention this car wash detail thing during the welcoming speech, so figured somebody be around to tell us, one of the instructors, what car wash detail was. But a month goes by, didn't hear anything about it, so good to go. But every morning, every evening, we have a formation. Got to count for everybody. And who's running the formation that day but the fella that was up on that stage comes walking out the front door of the old headquarters type building. Marches up there and he says to me, say welcome to New Jersey. What the hell? Stand there attention. Welcome to New Jersey, sir. He's like, you got it wrong, idiot. Of course I got it wrong. So what's he do? A little imaginative of him. He must have done a little thinking about this. He says, recruit so-and-so is going to be your language instructor. And I'm like, sorry, dude. We're both going down. So we get done what we have to do, and we got a little bit of some of that studying time. You don't really have any free time. But anyway, I got a couple minutes to meet up with this dude, and he's like, I don't know what the hell to do. And I'm like, there ain't nothing you can do. It's just one of them things. Don't worry about it. So about a week later, same thing. Say it! I'm standing in formation. Say it. Get it wrong. Who's your language instructor? Recruit so-and-so, sir. He's fired. He gives me another one. About a week later, he gets fired too. But then I have to start going home. When you go home on the weekend for that big 2 days off, I got to write this little special report, a little form you got to fill out. Says I said, welcome to New Jersey 500 times. Every Monday morning after that, I had to do that every weekend. And every Monday morning, I have my piece of paper with me. Let's hear it. I'd say, you got it wrong. It's like, of course I did. Interesting enough, though, one of the sergeants who was assigned down there as instructor decided to take on the job of teaching me how to speak English. Now, he outranked the fellow that originally was giving me all the trouble with my accent. It's probably a good thing because this sergeant was a Hispanic fellow that had a little bit of a Spanish accent. And he was the one that's going to teach me how to speak English. Well, it didn't work out too well. But at least got the other fellow off my back. Maybe that was the intent in the first place. So, shout out to you, sir. Thank you. So, shout out section this week to all my B troopers out there doing the JOB. Doing it right the first time. Every time, without fail. Holding true to your oath. We appreciate what you're doing, so thank you. Thank you very much. Military, we appreciate what you're doing out there, at home and overseas. Keeping us safe, holding that line, standing that post. Doing stuff we don't even know about you're doing to keep us safe. So thank you. Thank you very much. So till next week, me and Christmas Pig. Bye now.